Hey guys, welcome back to Shay's Urban Edibles. On today's to-do list, making space for my third green stalk. So come along. All right, folks. So I was already gifted this peppercorn green stalk. I was gifted this peppercorn green stalk by Shauna Chanel. She is a subscriber. She also has her own YouTube channel. I think it's called Glow and Grow with Shauna, if you guys want to check her page out. But she was so kind to give me these two. We kept in touch afterwards. And she ordered, I think, maybe 3 of the mystery boxes from Greenstalk. And this was a color that she got. This is not really in the color scheme of her garden. And so, guess what? She gifted me this one too. This one is a 7-tier green stalk. It came with the spinner. And then I also have this top that came with it. So I will have to assemble a new green stalk, which is what this video is about today. We'll be making space for that third green stalk. And then she also gave me this seed starting kit. I am excited to try this out. So it comes with these little lids. Then you also have the little holes at the bottom where you can poke individually. You can poke out the starts to get them into the ground. You don't have to squeeze anything, shake it, just poke it, push it up and pull it out. And they seem very sturdy. I got this, I guess this is considered terracotta. And then there's also a couple of black ones in here. But like I said, she decided to give me this. I am very thankful. All right, so as I was saying, I'm very thankful for her. I guess you could say she has been my green stalk angel. I've always wanted a green stalk, and I just so happen to be blessed with 3 from her. So we got this green stalk in place. We've got them on I think those are 2-foot pavers. I bought 2 more 2-foot pavers, and then because these green stalks are 5 tall, I think this is probably the maximum height that I would want them to be at. That is a 7-tier. I don't want to have 2 left over, just kind of sitting to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the 3 green stalks, and then I'll probably end up with 4. So I'm thinking since there's going to be 17 pieces, I'll make 3 of them 4 tiers, and the other one will be 5 tiers. And that'll give me a total of 4 green stalks. So let's get started and making some space for this new green stalk setup. And we're going to start with my flower tower. This is something that I started in the beginning of this year. I want to say probably January or February. My daughter and I got out here and we pounded this thing into the ground with a rubber mallet because I didn't have the proper tool to get the T-post into the ground. So it was a lot of work to get that in there. The ground wasn't really soft because it hadn't rained for a while, but we managed to get it done. I'm going to disassemble this and I'm going to move it to a different part of the garden. I have a second one that's over here as well. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. So with this second one, I started I had 1 bean that I'm going to pull out. Then I have some lettuces that I started in here. I also have some spinach that's doing very, very well. And so some of this stuff can be transplanted, and I will transplant it into the new green stalk. These are some snapdragons that definitely need to be separated. There are so many in here. But yeah, so this is going to be disassembled and moved as well. This soil may end up needing to be amended, maybe add a little bit of vermiculite to this so that when the summertime comes, it'll hold moisture when I water it and I won't have to water it every day. So I will be amending the soil prior to planting this up once I get it moved. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get down to business and get this stuff disassembled and moved to where I want it to be. All right, so I'm going to start with this first one, the flower tower. Oh, there's full of ants. Let me water that down. I'm glad I didn't put my hands in there. All right, so I was able to get everything removed from this. There was ants on every level. What I want to do now is to try to get it up out of the ground and moved over there into the garden. I need my scissors. Where's my gloves? Hopefully this ground is moist. I've been running the water over here for a while now, and that'll make it easy for me to get this T-post out. We're going to see if it's too difficult for me to get out, then I will have to get my son to help me with it. Oh no, it looks like it's gonna come right out. Yep, nice and moist. Whew, that's perfect. Now, so you see where that pot is? I'd really like to put it there. But that tree on the other side of the fence gets really wild because the neighbors do not trim it. It's usually me that trims it or put something on it to kill it back. So I better not put this one there. I think I'm going to put it over closer to the greenhouse. Right here in this area. So I want to leave this space open, possibly for another bed. I'm in a small space garden, people. I gotta definitely take full advantage of every inch of space that I have. I know that this is not going to be enough garden beds for me, so I will be continually adding to the garden until I just can't add any more. So I was thinking about putting a bed here, which means this flower tower will need to go here in front of this tree. You know, I just put all of that chip drop, so I got to make sure I'm to the ground. And I am. Yep, I want to put it right here. Let me get my little thingy to help me pound it down. So this is the tool that I originally needed when we put it up over there. I now have this tool, so hopefully it's going to make it easier. I got to work on getting me a hat with Shay's Urban Edibles logo on it so that I can stop dropping my mics. I had already dropped this mic, so hopefully it'll be good there. nice and stable. All I need to do now is put my little stand up here like I had over there, that little metal. All right, let me grab that. We can start setting back up. The ones that have the holes that are too big, I put them underneath the bottom to kind of raise it up a little bit so I don't have to go so low. I need to grab some more. I do want to also go ahead and break this one down. Hopefully there's no ants in this one. All right, I did want to split these. This is 5, so we'll do 3 on this one and 3 on the other. That does help it to be a little more stable. Still got to figure out where I want to put this other one. I may put it closer to the front or over here by the greenhouse. I don't know. But let's get this one restacked. All right. I do want to put this one first. It has the verbatim on it, and you see how it's hanging. So I'm going to put this one on there first, so it'll be towards the bottom, and it won't block any of the other flowers that I put in here, and they'll be able to get sunlight as well. All right. Let's move on to the next one. This is another one that has the hanging plants on it. So I'm going to put this one closer to the bottom as well. Make sure nothing's getting smushed. Everything has its space where it can grow and spread. Ooh, those ants are bad. I hope they don't get on me. All right. Next. All right, I got another one. It is going to, since this one is hanging as well, I can either pull this one out and put it somewhere else, or because it's covering my Dusty Miller that's over here on this side. So I can either pull this one out so that it doesn't cover my Dusty Miller, or I can take the Dusty Miller out and plant it elsewhere, which I probably will do because I want more Dusty Millers in my mailbox planter. So, but yeah, so this is going to stay as is. This is Alyssum. It's trailing as well. So none of this is permanent. They can all be replanted or transplanted somewhere else, but this is where they're going to be for now until so I can get this set up. Let me grab another one. All right, you know we got to work smart, not hard. So rather than going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, I decided to fill up my wheelbarrow with a few of those planters. So let's see which one needs to go next. This one is hanging and beautiful. So we'll go with this one. And we got this one, which also has some beautiful colors on it. All right. This one is okay. This plant actually needs to be removed. It's full of ants. Probably not going to put that one there. Let me go get a few more. All right, so these are the last four. Actually, there's one more that has lavender in it. And I am thinking that I'm going to leave the lavender in there because it has done so well so far. It's growing. I haven't had any issues out of it. So, yeah, I'm probably going to leave the lavender in there. I'll just put it up closer to the top so that we can get more sun. We'll go with this one next. It's got a Dusty Miller in there. Whoops. Then we will go with this one next. It's got a Dusty Miller as well. And this one. And then I believe the lavender is I'm gonna put the lavender on there next. Let me get the lavender. Lavender. And I have this one, which needs to be replaced. I'll got what I'm gonna put in there later. For now, like I said, I just want to get this stuff moved. So that's one of the flower towers that's been moved. I can start working on finding a place for the second flower tower or vegetable tower, whatever's going to be in there. Probably flowers. Um, but let me remove the pole first. All right, so there is the duty of removing this T-post, and I'm just going to do it the same way I did the other one. Move it from side to side and open it up. All right, got that out. Now let me see where I want to put it. I could put it on that back wall over there. I think that would be an awesome space for it right there. And the reason why is because one, there's not enough space for another bed. There's plenty of space to do walking. So I think it will go well there. There's no extra bushes growing on the other side of the fence to mess with it. So I think that's where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it right here. All right, I'm thinking. Now I got to move it over some because I won't be able to go this way. Yeah. Oh, it's hard to get this in the ground. Let me run a. But that is definitely where I want to put it. Whoop, I must have a kink in the hose. I do, a couple of them. All right, let's see if that helps. All right, it's helping a little bit. I got in there, now I just got to pound it down. Let me get my little tool. There, the little metal rack, just like we did for the other one, and the extra pots. All right, got my metal rack. Got my extra pots. I think I may have done that one wrong. Let's put this like that. All right, let's try this. Much better. All right. Now the wheelbarrow can't fit back here, so unfortunately I have to carry each individual one. Good thing is there was no ant. more pots. Once Dollar Tree starts getting their spring stuff, they will have these pots in there. They usually do every year. I'll probably go and grab a couple more, maybe even replace some that are cracked or discolored. But yeah, so we got both of the planters in place. I like where I have them. Now I want to show you guys how I'm going to arrange the green stalks. I'm going to move this pear tree to the back. Put it right there. I have another brick that I could put here for a green stalk. And like I said, these are the 24-inch, 23.3-inch pavers. They are not the little 12-inch pavers. I felt like these are a much better fit for the green stalk because 12 inches it would cover. I think the base of the green stalk is probably 15 or 16 inches, so it would completely cover a 12-inch paver. So I got the 24. But yeah, so a green stalk is going to go here. And then I want to do the same thing for this pear tree. I'm going to move it a little further to the back. All right. That way all 4 green stalks will be front and center. I'll be able to monitor the watering and all of that. So now I can start setting this one up, but I need to add the soil to it. All right. So I am not sure what's going on with ProMix, but I was not able to find ProMix for this green stalk. And so what I did was I opted for the Miracle Grow potting mix with moisture control. It's supposed to keep you from overwatering, supposed to keep you from underwatering as well. I don't know how well that's going to work in this green stalk. From my understanding, you're supposed to use the very lightest soil you can without a bunch of chips of wood and stuff. And so I'm going to mix it, see what happens. If it doesn't work out or if it's too heavy, I can always add that soil to some more pots that I have out here, but that's what I have this time. All right, so this is one of them. Let me get my scissors. Well, it seems kind of light and fluffy. Does have some chunks though. So I don't know. Maybe I need to sift this. But then the wood pieces would probably end up being half of what's in the bag. Smells okay. Doesn't smell like heavy fertilizers or anything like that. Now, if you guys have a Greenstalk, if anybody that's watching already has their Greenstalk and they put anything other than Happy Frog, Fox Farm, or Pro Mix in it, can you let me know in the comments what you did use and whether or not it worked out for you? I'm curious to know what I should expect for not following directions. You know, there's always got to be somebody that bucks the rules. Good job, JoJo. I don't want this to be clumpy. I want it to be nice and separated. Let me get my shovel, mix it in a little bit. Good job, JoJo. All right, so there was a little bit of the soil left from me sifting it and amending it from my, when I harvested my ginger and turmeric. And so I'm gonna mix that soil in here. Hopefully I bought enough bags this time. These bags are supposed to almost hold 2 quarts of soil, 2 cubic feet of soil. I bought 3 of them because there's 7 tiers. And if need be, I have some black gold peat moss that I can mix into this to stretch it a little more. All right, I think that's good enough. Let me start filling it up. I think I want to do black, pink, black, pink, black, black, pink, black, pink, black, and then I'm gonna have 1 pink left and it's gonna go in the middle of 2 black ones. So yeah, let's get it filled up. found some, so I do have a third bag just in case I need that. But you know, this is a garden, so it's not like it's going to go to waste. There's plenty of things to do with the soil. All right, this feels a little on the drier side, drier than the other one. I think I want to read the directions and see exactly what all they have in this soil, because I mean, I read the directions and the ingredients for the pro mix, so I want to do the same thing for this Miracle Grow. Just like we read the ingredient labels on our food before we purchase it, we should probably do the same thing when we purchase our soil, because it does grow stuff that we are going to eat. I know Miracle Grow is not known for being organic, but they are pumped full of fertilizers. Hence the fact that there's enough in this soil to feed the plants for 6 months. So let's grab the bag and see what's in it. What gives it the ability to feed the plants for 6 months? All right. So the ingredients here say this product is formulated from sphagnum, peat moss, one or more of the following, which would be processed forest products, peat and or compost, coir, perlite, fertilizer, and watering agent, a wetting agent. So it says a guaranteed analysis, total nitrogen is 21%. And that is ammoniacal nitrogen and nitrate nitrogen. Then it has the available phosphate, which is 11%, and then the soluble potash, which is the potassium, is 16%. All right. So let's see what it does for 6 months. All right, folks. So as you can see, there's going to be a change in plan. I will not be able to stack them uh, pink, black like I wanted to. If you can tell, the planting, this planter is not as deep as the peppercorn planter. And so stacking it on top gives you less space to plant in this section. So down here, there's plenty of space. You see how they're stacked on top of each other, but up here, it gives you less space. So yeah, I'm not going to stack them. I'm going to leave the pink one all pink. I'm going to leave the peppercorn all peppercorn. And then when the spring collection comes out, I would like to have one of those yellow ones that they had. It looks like a canary yellow, maybe a little bit lighter, but it's really pretty. So I'll be eventually adding that, hopefully, to my Greenstalk collection. But for now, I'm just going to stack these as they're supposed to be. I'll have two that are all peppercorn and one that is all pink. All right, folks, so I finished getting everything set up and I think it looks wonderful. I am already starting to amend the holes to start adding the spinach from the Dollar Tree planters that I moved earlier in the video. I'm also going to be planting more celery here. And we'll see. I think this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 3. 4, 5, 6, 42 holes on it. So Yeah, I'm almost certain I don't have 42 celery left. So between the celery and the spinach, I'll fill it up as much as I can. Whatever is left, I'll find something else to put in there. All right, so something else that I did want to mention with these green stalk planters is that this one is 5 tiers, this one is 7 tiers. However, they tend to be the same height. I was thinking that because this one was 7 tiers, it would be a lot taller and harder for me to navigate it, but it looks like it's going to be just as easy, just as simple as this one because, like I said, they're the same height. Who would have thunk it, right? All right, so since I have been invaded by my grandchildren, I must bid you adieu until the next video. I do appreciate you all for joining me. Also, if you have comments, questions, or suggestions, I would really appreciate it if you could leave it down in the comment section. Also, I appreciate every like and comment that I get on the video because that helps YouTube to know that you all are enjoying my content, and it also helps my channel grow. I think I'm right at 815 subscribers right about now. And so to each and every one that has subscribed or hit that like button, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And this has all been done within a year's time because I started making these videos back. And like I said, the 816 subscribers has all been done within a year's time because I started making videos back in December of 2024. So it's coming up. It has been a year for my anniversary for this channel. And like I said, I do appreciate everyone that's watched, commented, liked, subscribed, and I hope you all continue to enjoy my content. Um, I'm very grateful for you. And until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.